Here is an interesting question which you can expect in your test. So I'd like you to copy the question, do it, pause the video meanwhile, and then look into my suggestion. Characteristics of polynomial from equation. Write characteristics of polynomial f of x, which is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x to the power of 5 plus 4. You have to give degree, name, leading coefficient, end behavior, number of zeros, number of turning points, and symmetry of the given polynomial. Now let me answer this for you. Degree. Now you have to look very carefully in this particular polynomial equation. Degree is not 3. So the highest power here is 5. So that gives you the degree. Do you understand? So that is kind of tricking at times. So it can trick you in test paper. So be careful. So degree is 5. So degree of the polynomial is 5. Name of the polynomial. Now name of the polynomial is based on degree, right? When degree is 5, then we say the polynomial is quintic, right? So the polynomial is quintic. Leading coefficient. Leading coefficient here is minus 3, not 1, okay? So leading coefficient is minus 3. So if you overlook this, then you get most of the questions wrong. So it's very important to carefully study and then answer the questions. End behavior. Now since the degree is 5 and the leading coefficient is minus 3, our graph will be actually going from, so make a rough sketch at this stage. So normally the graph is here, now it is reflected, right? So it's kind of going from here like this, right? So that is how the graph is going to be since the leading coefficient is negative and degree is odd. Odd degree means both sides opposite and minus means left side up, not right side up. So end behavior is when x approaches negative infinity, y approaches positive infinity. And as x approaches positive infinity, y approaches negative infinity. Number of zeros. Now about the number of zeros, you can't really see from here since it is a function which is given in standard form. So number of zeros you can only get if you have factored form. But you can make an educated guess here, right? So number of zeros in this should be from 1 to n minus 1, correct? From 1 to n. Now the degree is 5, so the number of zeros could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, right? So that is the possible number of zeros which you can have. And of course it is not 1 since there are more factors in this, but these are possible number of zeros, right? So in any polynomial which is odd degree polynomial, you have to have at least 1 and the maximum is equal to the degree of the polynomial. Now number of turning points. Now as far as the number of turning points are concerned, we know it has got more than one turning point, right? But to be on the safe side, odd degree polynomials can actually go straight. In this case they can go straight here, or they have to turn even number of times. Like if they turn once, they have to turn once again, right? So the possible number of turning points are normally 0, 2, and 4. Since the degree is 5, it has to be less than 5, right? So these are possible turning points and we are not very sure about how many are there, right? Definitely it is not 0 since it is not x to the power of 5. X to the power of 5 will have 0, right? So 0 is not really the answer here. It could be 2 or 4. We're not sure about. So we'll just write 0, 2, and 4 are all possible turning points. Note, odd degree polynomials will have even number of turning points. Now symmetry. So since we have odd and even powers here, we are sure that symmetry is none. So that is how you can answer these kinds of questions. I hope you understand. Thank you and all the best.